Alright, here's the Blu-ray. As you can see, it's got nice artwork here. This is my sealed copy of it because it's such a great film. It's the French-Canadian release, but it's all in French at the back here. It's got both the French and English audio on it, so yeah. And the company that released this is that one there. It's really small, but yeah, it's a Lafayette production, I think. Anyways, transfer wise, it's an amazing transfer from the VHS. It's a great upgrade. They clean this up really nice, and if you're a fan of this movie, definitely recommend picking it up. And let me show you now what's inside of it. Okay, took the slip cover off. Let me show you what it comes with. Comes with the DVD and the Blu-ray, and let me just take this off so I can show you the inside artwork. Now that's the inside artwork. It's got a picture of Michael Baskin, the guy with the weird head, and this guy, that is, I don't know who that is. I think that's, can't really make it out, but let me put this back. Okay. I'm so OCD about my movies. Yeah, now let me show you the this is the booklet. That's a snapshot there from the film. That's what the back looks like. That's more artwork, poster art. It's the younger sister. That's Connie. Connie's the Asian kid, if you're wondering. And the sister, yeah, that's the weird French guy. The Senor, they call him. Yeah, that was his name. That's Connie. Okay. Another look. Yeah, another snapshot from the movie. And that's the little sister, and that's pretty much it. Yeah. Now let me show you the VHS I have of this. This is the VHS I have of this. Oh, and by the way, the Blu-ray will play on all Blu-ray players from around the world. It's a region-free copy. Just let you know that. Anyways, this is the original VHS release. I like this artwork just a bit better, but yeah, this was quite pricey when I got it on eBay ages ago, more than 5 years ago. But yeah, I love the New World Video logo. It just screams, you know, nostalgia. Yeah, not much to, oh, I love the smell of these too. Not much to say about this one, but transfer wise, this original transfer isn't bad, you know. Like, sometimes, you know, it's good to watch the original, you know, with the grain and everything, because it's original. Sometimes when they clean it up too much, it loses its nostalgic value. But anyways, time to tell you about the story and review this movie. Let's go. Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Mike Starr, and welcome to a new video. And on today's video, I'll be reviewing the weird and peculiar movie, The Peanut Butter Solution. Now let me just say, this movie, straight off the bat, is not for everyone. It's a very weird and peculiar movie. It's a children's fantasy film from the late 80s to early 90s, directed by the Australian film director Michael Rubbo. It was filmed in Canada, and yeah, it won a gold medal award at the Toronto Children's Film Festival. Very weird and peculiar movie, one that I discovered many years ago, but it quickly grew on me, let me tell you that much. So I'm just gonna say that if you haven't seen it, go out there and watch it because it's just it's unusual. It's definitely one of a kind, but I really really like it. So, anyways, let me tell you what it's about. Synopsis time. The story surrounds a young Michael Baskin, a 10-year-old who lives with his father, his sister, younger sister, because his mother is off in Australia on a holiday or she's there on business. It's been a while since I've seen it, but yeah, and he doesn't cope well with the absence of his mother. So, so yeah, and his younger sister kind of gets on his nerves, because she's a bit bratty. But anyways, the whole story starts when he's at home getting ready to go to school, and his good friend Connie comes to pick him up, and they walk to school. And then on the way back from school, they just casually talk about, you know, hearing these sirens prior to that day, that prior night, and one kid says to the other kid, "Did you hear those sirens?" "Yeah, I heard them." And then they go back and forth talking about these sirens. And then one kid says to the other kid, "Yeah, the building burned down." It's like, "Where was the building?" "I know where the building was. It was over there." And then Michael Baskin, who's a really shy kid, you know, he tells this kid Connie that, last week there was this homeless guy sitting in front of that building, and I gave him like my last dollar because I really felt sorry for him, because, I don't know how someone could be homeless or something like that. But anyways, they go check out this abandoned, burned down building. So from there, Michael Baskin's like, "I want to go in and check this out," and Connie's like, "No, no, no, I want to stay here. I don't want to go in there." So Michael Baskin crawls up all the rubble to the window. It's a big building, like just like you can see where it's all burned and it's all like rubble and shit. So he climbs up this building, goes up to the window, like he climbs up this hill of rubble to the window. And when he looks in the window, he like something scares him, and his hair gets blown out, and he flips back and flies down the rubble and just passes out, and his friend Connie down there waiting, runs up to Michael, who's passed out, and brings him home in a trolley back to his family. Anyways, the next day when Michael Baskin wakes up, he wakes up bald. He walks to the kitchen, and his family is like, "What happened to your hair?" And the kid's like, "I don't know." So the little sister gets a toaster that's made of aluminum and shows it to him because it's all shiny, and the kid Michael Baskin picks it up and is like, "Oh no, I'm bald. What am I gonna do?" Anyways, from there they go to the doctor, and the doctor, is this, foreign doctor who's like, "Had him, scared him," when something attaches itself to something and it gets scared, it lets go. And that's what happened to your hair. It grabbed on, but now it's released, or something like that. So from there, the family, want to give him back the confidence, because he's got no confidence as it is, being bald and everything and not having his mother there. So they put this wig on him, and the kid's like, "Oh, I look fine again." But then he goes and plays soccer, where another kid grabs the wig and pulls it off. And, from there, nothing goes this kid's way. And, he's just a mess, to say the least. He's a mess. Yes. Here's a fun fact about the film. Celine Dion even, has one of her songs in the movie when she was younger, which is called The Magic Man. Absolutely awesome song, and it's got an awesome, like, synth-style soundtrack. But anyways, back to the story. So this kid doesn't know what he's going to do, and he's going through all these problems, including, hating school because his French art teacher rips up one of his paintings and isn't really nice to any of the kids, which isn't very nice to him, and he's a bit of a weird guy, but yeah. So from there, one night, Michael Baskin wakes up in the middle of the night because he hears something in his kitchen. He goes down to the kitchen to check it out, and he finds these two old people in the kitchen, like around in their 70s or 80s, and they're dressed in like weird hippie clothing, and a man and a woman, and they tell him, we're ghosts, we're not here to harm you, whatever. And he doesn't. He's like, prove to me your ghost. The little kid says, prove to me your ghosts, and they do something, and then they prove that they're ghosts, and they give him this recipe, the ghost, and they say, add this in, add that in, and it's weird. It's like add dirt in, add all this weird shit, and the last ingredient is peanut butter, but don't put too much because if you put too much, your hair won't stop growing or something like that. And the old man who was there tells the kid that I was the old man that you gave the money to, and I was very thankful for that, And he said to the old man says to the kid, I think he says, you were the last person to give me money or something like that. Anyways, the old man then tells the kid that he died in the fire, because that's I think that's where he was. I think he died in the fire, or he just died from natural causes. I can't really remember, but it says it in the film. Just if you watch it, you'll see. But anyways, from there, I can't remember if the woman. I can't also remember if how the woman died. But anyways, so from there, the kid gets this recipe on this piece of paper, and he makes it. But before he can put it on his head the next day, his family find the concoction and throw it out. So what happens next? He sneakily does it behind his parents' back, and he makes it, and then he starts penning it on his head, but it's all dripping down. So he's like, it shouldn't be this runny. Maybe I should add more peanut butter. So then he adds more peanut butter. But then the lady said not to add too much peanut butter. So what ends up happening? His hair starts to finally grow the next day. The next day, his hair starts to grow. But at the rate that it's growing at, it grows really fast. Like from breakfast to the first period at school, his hair has already grown like this much, and then at the end of the day it grows like this much, and then it doesn't stop growing, so he has to cut it, and then he loses his confidence again. And let's just say from there it goes from bad to worse to really bad, and he gets kidnapped by his art teacher, and his dad goes nuts and starts breaking all of his paintbrush set, because his dad's like a painter, paints portraits, and it's up to Connie and his younger sister to go and find Michael Baskin, and it's just an amazing movie with so much fantasy and creativity. Just one of a kind, unusual film, but to say the least, definitely a film you have to see in your lifetime if you haven't seen it. So, I'm Mike Starr. Have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you next time. See ya.